Hi, this is Chuck Martin. We're at the AI Summit in New York. I'm happy to say I have with me here Rohit Chauhan, Executive Vice President of Mastercard AI Intelligence at Mastercard. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, pleasure. So you're on a panel about enterprise AI framework and building a culture of responsible AI. Tell me about that.
Mastercard has been on an AI journey since 2007. So AI is not new at Mastercard.
That's way back when?
More than a decade, for sure. And the goal was that we wanted to secure the financial ecosystem, leveraging the best technology that we could get our hands on. And that is how the journey started. And over time, it has evolved, and we have a much bigger canvas at this point, where we are kind of putting AI into the fabric of Mastercard to future-proof Mastercard for the next few decades.
So you've been involved in this since about 2006 when you joined. What have you seen in terms of evolution over the years?
So AI as a technology has evolved. The amount of data that we have has evolved. The amount of compute that is available has evolved. And as a result, the sophistication of the algorithms that we're deploying now are much more advanced as compared to what we were deploying 10 years ago, for example.
Did you see that coming then?
It was an evolution, and we saw it coming. So let me just explain you how the fraud modeling has evolved over time. So in the past, the first generation of fraud models were rule-based. If Chuck makes transaction between 9 and 5, and most transactions are between less than $100. And if we suddenly see a transaction worth like $1,000 from a casino, we'll say, let's decline it. So that's how the first set of models were built. The next generation of models were relationship models. What are the 20, 30 companies that Chuck most usually socializes with? And if in case we see merchants which are beyond what your footprint shows us, then we would say that it is potentially high risk and so on and so forth. The third generation of models were built that had a temporal aspect to it, which means there was a time sequence attached to it. Like, what is the time duration between the two purchases that you make with regards to, say, filling gas in your car, groceries, how often you buy coffee, which part of the day do you do most of the shopping. So not only was the relationship aspect important, but the time cadence was also important. Next generation that we have is graphical models, graph-based models, where merchants and cardholders are organized as a graph, and every time you make a transaction, an edge is created. And what it allows us to do is that a whole bunch of graph-based algorithms that were developed for social networks are now available for us to see patterns that were not available to us when we were analyzing temporal data or relationship data. So as we see these generations of models evolving, we see that our ability to catch fraud has improved over time as well.
So for Mastercard, is AI mainly about fraud protection, or is it other things as well?
So initially when we started the journey, it was about fraud protection, because that was a use case where we had enormous amount of data. But now we have put AI into the fabric of Mastercard. We have deployed AI algorithms in all major arteries of Mastercard: legal, finance, audit, HR, technology. Every place where we can find opportunities, we have deployed AI.
So where do you see this going? How do you deal with generative AI?
Generative AI is extremely powerful, and it opens up a whole bunch of use cases that were off limits in the past. In the past, the regular AI is about prediction. It's about making a decision. Generative AI has the ability to create new content based on what it has learned in the past. So now there are more opportunities that would be possible that were not possible in the past. So we just see this as the next evolution of AI.
So a year from now, we're sitting here again, and we're talking about technology. What would we be talking about then?
We would be talking about what more is coming, how exactly are this technology helping cardholders, how has it allowed us to make the financial ecosystem even stronger, and how has it helped consumers helped us improve consumer experience.
Well, I look forward to that conversation in a year. Thank you. This is AI Summit New York.